Hi guys, good day and welcome to today on Princess Anu TV. Hope you're doing fine, great, excellent, and everything. So guys, today we're going to be talking about how long it took me to finish my commercial pilot license SE. I'm going to be leaving the definition of SE at the end of this video, but we're going to be talking about the whole commercial pilot license, everything that it took, and how long it took me to get there. So stay tuned, guys. I'm going to be right back. Welcome back, guys, and if you're new to this channel, this is Princess Anu TV. We talk about aviation, motivation, and adventure. And if you're just seeing me for the first time, thank you so much for coming to the channel. My name is Princess Anu. Yes, I'm a commercial pilot license holder and I school and train in Nigeria. But if you're not new to the channel and you've always been here, like, you know, my soul loving subscribers, thank you so much for coming back, you know, to watch the video for today. So I'm going to be basically talking about my whole training phase, guys, how everything went from CPL phase. So, you know, I made a video previously about how I did my PPL training and how long it took me for my PPL training. So I'm going to be talking about the CPL phase today. If you've not watched that video, I'm still going to be leaving a link up here so that you can check out that video. But before we dive into, you know, every single thing, I want you to know that flying is in stages and there are a lot of things that affect the rate at which you go in flight training. Like, these things are not constant, as in some factors are not constant. You cannot say you're coming to flight training today and you're going to be living in, let me say, you're not just going to say I'm going to be living in 1 month time, I'm going to be living in 2 months time. This is because there are a lot of factors that contribute to you either moving faster or moving slower during your flight training, and you are not exempted among the factors that actually cause this. So I want to leave that here and so that you can understand the point I'm going to be coming from. So basically, I finished my CPL phase around 2019 and November. That was when I did my check ride, basically. And I'm going to say I started the CPL phase during the PPL training, because the moment we were done with our PPL ground school, when we moved over to flying, the weather was very, very bad. And so they saw that we could not do our flying. That's our actual flying. And so the management thought about it. And our course master was like, okay, instead of you doing this, I think it's best, instead of just staying on ground and doing nothing, you guys should go do the CPL technical phase, because the CPL phase is divided into two. And this is it. You have the commercial phase. Correction, you have the commercial technical phase and you have the commercial navigation phase. So that's how it's divided into two. So you do some different courses for the technical and you do another set of courses for the navigation phase. So it's not like the same course you do in the technical phase is the same course you do in the navigation phase. So you do two different kind of courses in the CPL technical and you do a different kind in the CPL nav. So we went to do the CPL technical phase, which took us about 3 months, and we wrote the exam for that. So when we did that, so I'm going to say, look at it, we did the CPL technical phase for an average of like 3 months. When we're done with that, that was when we went to fly for our PPL phase. So at that period, we are no longer doing anything that concerns our CPL. So when we were done flying and getting our licenses for the PPL, we came back to do the CPL navigation phase. And navigation phase, including the holidays that we had during that period, took us around about 6 months. It took us around 6 months. Imagine, to finish just the navigation phase. Yeah, we had a lot of courses to do, plus the holiday. I think there was a 1 month holiday, this long break that is usually coming up. There was like a 1 month and some weeks holiday I think we had during that period. So let's say it took us for complete study like maybe 4 months plus, then the holiday made everything like 6 months with the exams. My flying basically took me 1 month for me to now do my check ride. So I did my check ride like almost exactly 1 month from when I started flying for the CPL phase. And it's not because I'm so perfect or I know what I'm doing completely and all that, but there were some factors that made me use that short time. I mean, using 1 month to finish my flying. My instructor, by God's grace, he was always available for me, so he was always there. So I was flying like back to back regularly. Not only that, when I went for my check ride, unlike in my PPL where I told you that I went for my PPL check ride the first time and I failed and I had to go again the second time before I passed. This time around, when I went for my PPL check ride, I didn't fail, so I didn't have to start waiting an extra time. Like, I passed my PPL check ride once and for all. I give God all the glory. So there are some factors too that weather was also good at the time I was flying. I didn't have issues of maybe weather was bad, because there are a lot of people that their flight training is delayed, not because they are unserious. So when you hear people saying that I'm supposed to have finished or something is supposed to have happened and all that, don't think these persons are unserious. It's basically because either weather was bad, or maybe they could not, either weather was bad or they could not like their instructor was not available, or they didn't have maybe resources enough to complete their flight training. So there are a lot of factors that contribute to this, but majority of the factors I would like to talk about is weather. If you're doing your flight training during the period of Harmattan, especially if you're going to be doing cross-country flights, seriously guys, it's going to be very, very much difficult, because during that phase everywhere is hazy, you have smoke, you have dust, you are not, visibility is terrible. I mean the word so terrible, and you cannot achieve much. So anytime you're thinking of going for flight school or going to flight training anywhere in the world, please plan according to the timing where you have winter, summer, and where you have, okay, let's talk Nigeria, when you have rainy season, dry season, you know, all that, Harmattan. You know, when you talk about rainy season, you're talking about thunderstorm. But at least I think for the period where we have less of like maybe rainy season, I think apart from thunderstorm, it's a good time to fly. But now when you come to Harmattan, visibility is very poor, and you know, in training, visibility is something that we have minimas. Like the school has its own minima. For you to go VFR own regulation generally has its own minima, and so you can't just enter the aircraft and just jump at any time. No, you have to consider all these factors. So guys, these are one of the things that actually contributed to either slowing down or increasing. But I'm going to say mine was fast, my flying was fast, and I've told you the reasons why it was fast, my instructor and all that. And lastly, you can also be a person that can contribute to either your delay or your moving forward. That's the truth. I'm going to be sincere with you, especially if you're in a place like my school that you don't have to pay hourly for flights. There are places that are outside here, I mean outside Nigeria, training organizations that you pay per hour for your flight. For every flight you want to do, you're going to pay, and so you pay as you fly, or you fly as you pay. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to put those words together, but it's like before you enter the aircraft to fly, you must have paid the money for that flight. So if you go and mess up, your money is gone. If you go and you don't mess up, good and kudos to you. So you can also be a big contributing factor to your moving forward as it concerns flight training. So I'm going to say, if I'm going to look at the CPL fees, 6 months plus an average of 3 to 4 months plus flight training of like 1 month, I think it took me an average of, so let's do it like this. We have 6 plus 4, so let's say 10 months. But this 10 months was not in a stretch. That's why I took time to like explain to you, break it down. My flying took me an average of just 1 month to finish all my CPL flying, and the grant school took an average of like 9 months, because we had 6 and we had 3 months plus exams and everything. So whenever you want to come for flight training, you want to do CPL, you don't think it takes a long time. No, I think the majority of what takes time is hour building. If you're able to do your hour building fast, you're not going to have so much issues with flying your CPL flights, because you have done navigation, you have done diversion, you've done majority of the whole work. So guys, that's how this whole thing goes. I hope you enjoyed my, talk on how long I spent personally. And if you're currently in that phase, let me know in the comment section. If you have any questions to ask me, I will definitely be here to answer your questions. Leave them in the comment section, and you can also send me your email like I'm happy I got some messages and all that. You guys are already working, some of you guys are just got admission into flight school, some of you guys have gotten scholarships. Like I'm so happy, and that's why I keep making videos, because the more I keep seeing the progress, the more I keep seeing how good my videos are going out there, like it gives me so much joy. So don't forget to share your success with me and everything. So till I meet you guys in the next video, keep watching Princess Anu TV. Don't forget, stay safe, be happy, be fine, and enjoy. Live your best life. You have only one life, just one. I mean it, just one life. So do well to like spend it well, enjoy it well. Till I meet you next time. Bye guys. Thank you.